As long as there's good, there's evil. Now, as we take our first steps out among the planets and the stars, we hope that human beings will do good. We'll take our science, our technology, our literature, our culture, wherever we go. But what about evil? Will the bad travel with us as we explore the universe? Or is it a part of us that we can leave behind? In Wolf in the Fold, evil has been given a name, Red Jack, an ancient incarnation of the dark forces. And it has another name, one that will sound more familiar to you as you see our story unfold.
Star Trek is a phenomenon that I personally don't really understand, but accept the fact that it's a phenomenon, and it reminds me that I don't know it all about show business.
The whole Star Trek phenomenon is overwhelming. That's why when somebody says, what did it, I just have to say magic.
Star Trek is many things to many people. I think the fact that it is so many things to so many people causes Star Trek to continue year after year after year.
I personally don't quite get it, but yet it's okay that I don't get it because, the public gets it.
There is no way to explain this.
We're all in the business of entertaining.
You can't say it will never happen again.
It's obviously entertained people for how many years? 30 some odd years?
I know for a fact this kind of thing will never happen again.
This thing has entertained people, truly entertained people for 30 some odd years. Great, it really is great.
The sets looked rather Mickey Mouse. Everything looked rather cheap.
Modern museum perfection.
And I remember standing there in the middle of the bridge, afraid to lean on anything because I didn't know what would go boom or what would explode or if I was doing something wrong.
We remember it fondly, I think, for its kitschiness, for its sets that wobble.
We'd stand around waiting while they'd turn the dials and knobs.
Somebody said that it was at a time in the production when they were short on dough.
We're not going to move from this spot.
So by using stylized sets, they were saving some money. I don't know if that's true or not, but, it could be.
Listen closely to the voice of Hengist, supplied by actor John Fiedler. Believe it or not, for about the last 30 years, Fiedler has also been the voice of Winnie the Pooh's precious pal, Piglet, in many Disney animated features. Also, he was one of Felix Unger's and Oscar Madison's poker buddies in the TV comedy classic, The Odd Couple.
I don't remember anyone talking, except my children, about Star Trek.
It had integrity. At its best, it had integrity.
We would never talk about Star Trek at home.
We were giving good entertainment.
It was a Western in spacesuits.
And we were doing it with great love.
And not a residual among them.
I was perhaps 3 months away from quitting the business.
I had never had a job that lasted longer than 2 weeks.
Character never became a full person. And now, so you really hit a sore spot.
I knew it was going to be a very sexy outfit.
I'm not bitter.
There are moments that I wish I could reshoot.
I was disappointed.
In the first pilot, and in the first, and maybe even in the second pilot, in the first 2 or 3 or 4 episodes that we produced.
The acting was the real issue. To overcome my costume was my challenge.
So you've got to be careful about what you ask me. I'll go on forever.
Writer Robert Bloch is perhaps best known as the author of Psycho, the 1959 novel which Alfred Hitchcock made into his 1960 all-time classic horror film. Bloch also wrote 2 other Star Trek episodes, Cat's Paw and What Are Little Girls Made Of? Wolf in the Fold started out as a block short story. In it, the Ripper was a life form that was terrorizing American cities of the 1960s, and add Star Trek science fiction elements to an already terrifying tale, and you get an episode of this caliber.